I'm working on the Dodge Journey today. You feel me? Okay, turns out it was a dead battery. Okay. I'm finna go ahead, put y'all on this mount. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And then boom, y'all on the mount. So I just charged this battery. Last time when I hit these connectors, nothing happened. It was dead. But this time, it got me a little scared. Hey, it got me a little scared. I already tested this. So I'm actually finna do it like this because I don't want to shock myself again. Boom, you're gonna see a spark. I don't know if I should be using WD-40. All right, let me find something to do this. WD-40 is okay. You seen that shit? That shit scared. I don't wanna. You seen that spark? Yes, I got a spark, everybody. So, this is working. I fucked up my terminal a little bit. Don't get me wrong. As long as it don't cause a fault, we good. So y'all see there's electricity going through it, which is good. There wasn't. I'm about to install this battery, okay? But first, I have to install other things. The battery for this car goes right here for the Dodge Journey. But look at this. This shit, I bought this car for $600. Look what they done. Like, come on, bro. So I'm not finna replace this yet, but this will be replaced. I'm sure it's maybe $50, but this will be replaced because it's rotted out, flakes everywhere. It's not good condition. Affects sellability for sure. All right. I took out the upper intake. I just took it out, just looking at it and everything. But before I fully connect the battery, I have to put everything back together, okay? But it's good though, because this was not starting. I was testing fuses, whole time the battery was dead. So I charged it. Now the car should run. It died because I had this charger on. I had this charger and it was still taking wattage. So I had it connected to something. It's always on charger right here. So that's why I lost power. This is also a relay that I have to get replaced. I just put it over here. So we're actually gonna put the intake back on, put everything back on, pretty much. Just so I can start the car and run it. First, let's put everything back together. Okay? I know my radiator fan works, it's just a relay, so we're actually gonna put that back together too. We're gonna put everything back together. First thing first, I'm gonna put this back. I don't need this right now. Put this here. I don't need any of this. I don't wanna lose bolts later, lose anything later. So I'm gonna just get all this out the way. All right, this is how I kick the car up, keep the hood up. Cause it didn't come with a little kickstand, it didn't come with one. So I DIY, got my own. I'm gonna put these right here. All right, first thing first, I'm gonna put these spark plugs in. Last time we were here, we were looking at the ignition coils. I have a misfire somewhere. So we were checking out the coils to see which one, or I was just checking it out to see which one is the misfire, you know. I was trying to see if maybe one of these were burnt at the tips so I can just eliminate that one. So we're gonna plug them all in. We're gonna check them. I already checked them. I cannot tell. I don't know which one is messed up. I was gonna replace all of them, but let's see. Put it all back in. Plug them all up. You see, like, none of them are obviously, like, it's just obvious, like, something burnt or something. Like, none of them are obviously messed up. I can't tell which one's messed up. So I have to do some more tests to figure that out. Okay, so these bolts are pretty easy to do. Okay, make sure they're all plugged into their connectors. Now, you can see some damage right here, which that's gonna make that sound. I don't know if you heard that. This is our upper intake. We're gonna put this on for y'all today. And I just keep the bolts together. All the bolts together. This takes, so we know we have a good battery now. The battery was just dead. Now we have a good battery. I need this. You can use household tools to fix your car, brother, sister. You can use household tools to fix your car. You don't have to go. For simple things, you don't gotta go to no mechanic. Maybe a heck, that's when you start to, realize your decisions in your car. Deciding and plan. You can still fix anything on a car if you got the determination and money. Don't forget the money. This shit is expensive. So you go ahead, screw these in by hand. These really don't get tightened that much right here. So you go ahead, screw them in by hand real quick. Okay, don't lose any bolts, because it's gonna suck to find these bolts in the engine. Everything's black, rusty looking, oily looking, bolty looking. You know what I'm saying? So you better be lucky if it just falls to the bottom. I done did that. Like, it done fell to the bottom. I was like, oh, thank you. Lost it again. Got right here, lost it again, and it didn't fall to the bottom that time. Go ahead, screw these in by hand real quick. We gonna tighten them down. So screw these in by hand. I wanna get, what's it called? What's the name? It's a torque. So certain torque, I wanna do this the right way. It do everything by its appropriate torque. Just on some mechanic shit. So you wanna make sure this is covered right here. Anything goes in here, it's over with for you. You ain't fixing that. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. You go ahead, get right here. My tool is actually broken a bit. Okay, so I go ahead, like, it's just free flowing. Like let me see if I can show you. They're broken right here. The teeth are broken right there, shredded. I actually shredded it doing the oil change. So it doesn't really crank that good, but it holds it. It's the right nuts, you feel me? Go ahead, tighten it like this. Hold on, let me tighten. So tighten it. This is how I foot pound shit. Okay, so it's at the end. I just go ahead, 1 foot pound, 2 foot pound. You feel me? Just simple stuff like that. That's how I hand or mentally do it. Mentally foot pound and shit. So go ahead, put it right there. It goes in there like so. Go ahead. Ooh, don't lose those bolts. And then you just tighten it. Boom. Now, 1 foot-pound, 2 foot-pound, just a little movement. Now I'm on this one. All right, boom, it's at the end. So what I'm gonna do is, look, 1 foot-pound, 2 foot-pound, just some simple torque, okay? You wanna put them all on correct. So I'm at the end, like where it gets really hard to pull it, 1 foot-pound, 2 foot-pound, okay? So all of these are on right here. And this one needs to be on better. So I have to get in like this for this one. And then go ahead, tighten it. 1, 2 foot-pound. Already tighten that one. See, all these tools I already had. 1 foot-pound. Let me go over here, set it, and then 2 foot-pound. You see that? Boom. So now I have my ignition coils back tightened. We're gonna go ahead and put this right here. Now we're gonna put this intake in. It's pretty simple to get this upper intake. Make sure nothing falls in here. I'm actually gonna leave this here until I get the other stuff. So you go over here. We're gonna go ahead and get our bolts first. So these are the bolts. You can't really mistake them. They're super duper long. Okay. And this is the intake. Okay. You can tell these go in here because this goes like that, like super long. Go ahead, lift this up. And you can't really misplace your intake wrong either. But first, we actually gonna clean this up a bit, okay? Go ahead and put my bolts on the floor. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bolts for the intake. And 7, 8, 9, because it should be 2 in the back. But these are smaller. But I just don't have the ones in the back, so we good. For the back of the engine, you know what I'm talking about. We're gonna clean this up though, before we put it in there. This cool. All right. A little kaboom, 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 kablow. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and put it, take it out the engine first. Okay. If it was easy, we would go ahead and just rinse this off, but this is electrical stuff. So he's gonna kaboom this shit. Not too crazy. I'm not trying to get this super duper Hellcat clean and shiny, but I'm gonna clean it up a bit. Yep. Just some simple shit. Little gaskets, clean them a little bit. You feel me? get some of that dirt off. When I open my engine, at least it look a little something. At least it's clean. It might be all black, but it's clean. You're not gonna get everything, but you can make things look better. You know? You don't have to do this part. It's just me wanting to do it. If I can clean this throttle body, that'll be pretty good. That'll look good too, because it's throttle body. But if this is rust, it's not coming. Just some sandpaper, a little sander or something like that. A little bristle brush or something. You get this. You can get this off. Yeah. It's like a bird's nest was in here. Or something. Clean this little bottom. Got little spider webs in there. This does not affect functionality of the vehicle. This is just me being, ooh, you see these gaskets, they look pretty good. So I'm not gonna replace these because they look good. Okay, and I'm also not gonna take it out of it. I'm gonna leave it right where it's at. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Boom. Gotta give it a wet willy. Get that car a wet willy, you know? All right, boom. So that looks better than it did. I'm gonna get some of this bird's nest out of there. So you see right there, a little rusty. See whatever that white stuff is. Get that off there. See the little spider webs. Alright, boom. That's better. Alright, now let's get this little bird's nest stuff in there. Y'all see that like bird's nest? I don't know what that is, but it needs to get out of there. You just take simple tools and go ahead and get that shit. You ain't gonna break nothing right here. Everything is pretty chill. Little bird's nest. Boom. With simpleness. That looks pretty chill. Let me just get the surface cool. Ooh, there's another little nest in there. You see that? Get that stuff out. That ain't good. Alright, now that's that. Go ahead and do that. Perfect. Get this little bird's nest out. Engine feels good now. Looks good, feel good. Okay, this intake right here, there's only one way it goes. There's only one way it even goes on. Okay, you can't really mess this up too bad. It's not the hardest thing ever. So you can also look at your sensors. This throttle is gonna be right here. You kind of just look to see, like, the throttle is facing this way, so it should be sitting this way. All right, so we're finna take this out. I'm gonna put this, drop this, back here. Gotta drop it and seat it. You can see the screws seated on these screws. Boom. Once you seat it properly, I just want to make sure it's seated properly. So I think we're right where we need to be. Yep, right there. Now that we're seated properly, that's good. We're gonna go ahead and start connecting everything. Boom, this goes right here. I bet. This goes right there. This goes right here. Just put it right there. Boom. What is this? This. Okay, this goes right here. This goes on there. We can turn on this flashlight. Alright. This is, you kind of worm it on there. Let me see. You kind of just worm this hose on there. And it just fits in there like that. Once you worm it, this leads to in there. That don't mess up. This hose, we're gonna go ahead, plug that in. It's kind of like Lego, like this one's not going on there, and this one's not going on here. It just don't fit. Boom. Make sure it's snug. I actually want to clean this right here. I want to clean this. I want to see if I can. I don't know what it does, but let's see if I can clean it. It looks like some kind of combustion happens right here. That's what this looks like. So this doesn't look like I can just clean it without some kind of sanding of some sort. Cause that's on there. That's some kind of combustion. Cause it has all this black right here. So he's gonna put it in there. Make sure it has this gasket. It just slides in there like that. Pretty simple. Okay, this gasket right here, when you slide it in, make sure, actually make it easier on myself. I'm gonna put it in there. Oh, I guess that's not the easiest thing. Two-handed might be easier. Alright, now it was just in there. Just gotta make sure this is in there. Okay, when I screw it in, it's gonna align itself. Makes sense. So this right here goes like this. Inspect it maybe a little bit. Make sure it's good. The gasket goes in there like that. Yep. All simple tools. Boom. So this goes like that. 2 screws that hold this in. We're gonna go get those screws. Where I put those, it's right here. So this was an 8mm. 8mm. And it was this one, because the other ones were dirtier. It was the cleaner one. So I keep it with this so I don't lose it. There's actually another screw that came in there. I gotta find that one. 'Cause I know there was another screw. It was an actual screw that went in there. Hopefully I ain't lose that. I'm trying to remember where I put that. I'm gonna check this again. It's not any of these. It's an actual screw, like a fat screw. Here it is. Yep, I ain't lose it. I knew to put them in the same thing. That's what I do. I'm gonna put it in the same one. If they're gonna be close to each other, I'm gonna put them so I don't lose them. They not spread around. All right, so with this one, I'm gonna have to get a screwdriver. So our battery works, guys. That's good news. We charged it up, it works. It has a lot of current. It was just dead battery. Car's not gonna, it's not gonna run. Okay, so don't lose your screws, guys. Okay. You go ahead and put this in there. Gotta find it. Make sure it's aligned. You can do not drop this screw. Please, I'm telling you, bruh. You drop this screw, bruh, it's gonna suck for you. So I need to line it up first with its gas, with a little bolt. See, look, it's getting a little crazy right now. I'm trying to find this mount. Whoa, that's why it's not going in right there. Don't want to go in right there. Oh, I had to. Okay. It goes in, it's just like rusted a bit. So this goes on right there. I just gotta make sure I keep it straight and find where it's at. There we go. I think I found where it wants to be. There we go. I think. Nope, it just keeps doing that. So I'm gonna put this one over here. I know this one goes here. Oh, it's just very weird. There we go. It's in there. Go ahead and hand tighten it. Now on the other side, I got this one. This screw. You hand tighten it. There we go. I think I'm finding it. It's being real weird right now. Hopefully this is it. I think I'm on it. Yes, I'm on it. I just gotta make sure that gasket is there. Boom. Now that it's in its place, I could tighten these up. This is a Dodge journey, everybody. You can use simple hand tools and fix your car. So your topinator, your alternator, and your topinator, you see how it squeezes the gasket? So don't worry about squeezing the gasket in there. The bolt will do it. So I'm at the very end. What I'm gonna do is go 2 foot-pounds. 1, 2. Okay. Let's go ahead and screw this one in. The reason why I chose this one is because it's like I have to push. I have to push on it. Like it's a tight bit. As you can hear it, it's pretty tight. Alright, it's on there for sure. Go ahead, do the shake test. Alrighty. So now that I have these on, go ahead, screw this in. So this, I think it's, okay, it's a 10. It's a 10 milli. Or I think this is a 10 millimeter. This is a 3/8. No, it's not 10, it's 3/8. So to see it, 3/8. Okay. So y'all remember how I did this. So I do it like this. And then go ahead and get this. Simple shit. Okay, I see what it is. I'm gonna have to do it like that. So even like it kind of works, but I have to. There we go. I think this is where I want. Yeah, this is how I did it, right? Yeah, it was just some simple shit like this. It might take a little bit of time, but you can do it. And then mine's broke, so I gotta do it like this. And it's gonna tighten up. See what I'm saying, folks? So I know what I need to do. I have to make this free floating. If you don't know what I mean by free floating, If you don't know what I mean by free floating, with this, see how it wants to catch itself? I have to put this in the middle. So like, if you look at it, it'll catches it, but it's broke. So it just like slides. So I go ahead and put it in the middle. No more free float. This is what I need. That free float. So I can go ahead and crank it up faster. That's why it was taking so long to even do that. So it's pretty simple to work on this Pentastar. This is a 3.5 liter Pentastar. It's pretty easy to work on. I'm pretty sure this is the same engine in Durango's, Jeep, what's it called? Grand Cherokees. You know, simple stuff. Is all the problems with this car is going to be electronic. To be honest, it's not really going to be hardware. It's going to be electrical problems. That's the problems I've been having. I just did an oil change on this car too. You see, I put that thing on free float. Now we're moving. It does take a bit of time, but see, I'm at the end top. 1, 2 foot-pound. Come on now. This one right here. So I'm at the end of that. So what I'm gonna do, make sure it's on free float and crank it a little bit more. So 1 crank, 2 crank, boom. Now there's 1 more. I'm telling you, this is not hard to do. You don't have to unscrew this. This is not hard. This is the last one right here. So you go ahead and put this in there, like so. Let it find its groove. And I go ahead and just crank on it. It found itself a groove, so if you see, it found itself a groove, so I have to put it back in the middle, you see? I'd put it right back in the middle. Now it's free float. Go ahead and tighten this one down. Make sure you don't cut any of your cables, but it's not gonna, like, that's not really gonna happen unless you're just wild with it. Unless you're a wild one. And you got sharp things around. Your finger isn't really finna cut anything. It's a pretty blunt object. Like a gorilla. Gorillas use their fists and their palms kinda. They don't really use sharp objects. It's directed and, you know what I'm saying? like, I don't know, like tigers and lions and shit, all their energy that they slash is in, like, is all in the point in that needle. You feel me? Okay, I'm at the end of this. So I'm gonna crank it 1, 2. We're gonna do that 2 one more time, okay? So we just need to crank it 1 time. 1, boom. So this is on tight. Go ahead and put this right here. This right there. Now you put in these long ass bolts. So they come with this washer thing right here. So you go ahead and put it in there like this. And say go ahead and get the first couple threads in there on all of them. Same thing right here. Go ahead and get the first couple threads. It's kind of hard to mess up on this Pentastar. Everything kind of is like a Lego piece. Go ahead and get them in their threads a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is actually spray this on it a little bit so it helps me get it in there. I'm just gonna spray the actual bolt. Cause this sucks to get. Yep. There's only threads. There's only threads at the bottom. So you're pretty much screwing this. Once this is taken out, the whole thing's coming out, okay? Like once this is done, like that's what you're fighting, these threads. There's threads right here and there's threads right here. So you're gonna unscrew it to here. Then it's gonna like zoop up quick and then you're gonna have to fight these threads at the end. Pretty simple. You can do it by hand. Well, you're gonna have to. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. You're gonna thread. You're just fighting. Right now, I'm threading, fighting this initial top thread. Once I get past these threads, it's gonna zoop down to the bottom. Once I finish these threads, it's gonna zoop. Boom. Now you have to fight, not the bottom threads. You know? And that's how all of them are. Do them at the same time. It's kind of like just a breathing exercise. You feel me? Ooh, this one's winning. You see it? He's winning on the threads. He's winning. Oh, who's gonna win? You can see, still can come in the lead. I'm cheating a little bit. I'm letting him get a little bit in. All right, now they're missing or off. Which one goes down first? I won. No, you can have little fun games like that. Boom, it's gonna sink to the bottom like that. Good. Finger. I can't spin these anymore. I have to do these by tool. It don't feel like how it was. Getting these out was way easier than getting them back in, it feels like. Gotta do two at a time, because this. Some of them, you can feel it a little bit, like they need to get some of this rust off, because it's taking some time to get some of them. Like, it's like stiff, you feel me? Some of them are stiff, some of them are easy. Boom, it drops. It's gonna drop in there. Hands are getting pretty dirty. Go ahead and screw it in there. You don't hit two at a time. No. You feel me? Okay, boom, that one dropped. Tighten it a little bit. I feel like this one's gonna be quicker because it's smoother. Like, look how fast this one's gonna be. I can tell it's gonna be quick. Like, you see how it's spinning quick? It's not really that rusted. That bolt isn't that rusted. This one is mediumly rusted. Boom, it dropped. Alright, that when it had dropped, we gotta tighten those up. And then put these connectors on. It's like Lego. You can't really mess up the connectors. This one goes back here. Really no other place for it to go. You see this? You gotta make sure it goes the right way. So you put it on the right way. Boom. It's on there. It's one sensor. Make sure this is tightened. Boom. And this is another sensor right here. Goes right. You see this? Goes right here. Can't really mess that up either. You didn't really have to unscrew any of these appliances. So it's good. You don't have to unscrew no alternator, no none of that. These are the only thing that hold this in. These and a 2 in the back, but they're not as long as this. Okay, so we're actually going to tighten these up. We're gonna tighten it up. We can do some of it by hand until we really need it. Yeah, do some of it by hand. Yeah. That one's still tightening and everything. This one's way more stiff, but I can get it. We're gonna hit this one with this, and you can just spin it like this. Spin, 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 spin. Boom. And then 1, 2 foot-pounds. And go ahead. We're not gonna make it too tight, cause I'm the one that's gonna have to take it off when I replace the CO2, not CO2, 1, 2. When I replace the spark plugs, cause there's a misfire going on. So just spin it. And 1, 2. Pretty easy, right? Everybody. Pretty easy to follow along. Just spin, spin, spin it. Yeah, that's making. 1, 2. That's it right there. Now you got some right here too. Holding it in. One, 2. Simple. Put this right there. This just fell. I'm glad I have 2, because this one just fell on me. This is to protect me pretty much. It's right here. Go ahead and spin it. You know how it goes. Spin, spin, spin. Till it tightens up. One, 2. Get that pretty tight. Now we got, I think, one more actually. Yeah. So right there. So once you feel that bolt, go ahead and get to spinning. You know what Kodak said? I get to spinning, spinning, spinning until I'm dizzy. We used to be superstar. Spin, 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 stepping, I'm sliding, run down on the. I got to get high from that on damn block. Spin, 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 spin.